when they do that. Y'all, come on back, because they dropped our live. I hate when they do that. They do it every time. They do it every time. It's so terrible. Mm. Mm. Y'all, come on back, honey, because they done dropped our live. But I gotta make a point right here. I can make a whole nother live off this one point. Mr. Time, you know they do us like that every time. What's up, Rich the Fish? Hey, girl. Rich, was you on the other live, girl? Because they dropped us down, honey. I got to make my point, baby, because I'm going to make it. This is so serious. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. So, let me go back to saying what I said because it's really, 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 really important. And even though you go to church and your pastor don't teach it like this, but he wrong because it's right in there. Only thing you got to do is read it. That's all you got to do, okay? Just read it. But there were 2 times when you're dealing with God and you're dealing with the Lucifer, the bright and morning star person. When that person betrayed, like they did Nolan, betrayed God, then he did not coddle the Lucifer. Matter of fact, the Lucifer was cursed. Everybody keep on telling you. Everybody your friend. Everybody love you. You got to love your enemy. That's not what God did. God did not love his enemy. He cursed them. We're going to do it. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to go to the New Testament. And we're going to deal with Jesus and Satan. When he showed him, took him up on the pinnacle and showed him the earth. Told him, if you worship me, I'll give you everything. And then he told him, you don't supposed to tempt me. Don't tempt me. Because everything that you see already belong to me. Now get on somewhere. He didn't say, oh, Lucifer. Oh, Satan, you dear soul. Like Joel Osteen would do. He didn't say, right, Rich, right. Y'all keep on giving these snakes a second chance and they won't even give y'all the first. I am tired. He didn't do like Joel Osteen. Okay. We're friends. I'm going to go ahead on and forgive you. Like my pastor said. But what's up, shining world? Right. To put Satan in his place and the truth. Period. Now, why when we go to church on Sunday, they keep telling you to forgive your enemy? See, that's what I'm saying. I can't. You got the God and you got the Jesus. I don't know where all this other stuff is coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. Because when you identify that old snake in your life, and the thing about a certain type of demon, like Nolan found out, because this is what Nolan found out, but he found out too late because he didn't have what he needed in order to deal with this situation. But I'm sure Grabowski going to tell you today, when you identify that which come to snatch your whole soul, if you don't put that thing away from you, put it away. Don't even play with it at all. And don't feel no kind of way. The way that I feel is this right here. Whether you stand or fall, you think, whatever you are, it's between you and your God. But when it comes to me, access denied. Period. That's right. China World said, that's right. That's right. Them boys were jealous of that boy. Yes, they was. And and look, I don't believe it was just the boys. I believe that when he walked, because you know you're dealing with 12 miles. I believe, and if you drinking and you smiling and grinning and you young and healthy, girl, and you done had you some liquor, Nolan could have walked the whole island in one but 12 miles. In one but 12 miles. And he walking with that 8-pack, because he had an 8-pack. He had an 8-pack, and he walking with the 8-pack with that girl. Everybody don't love Nolan. Everybody ain't okay with Nolan being black. We living in Trump's America. What the, oh my God. What part, as I listen to Warren, are we living in Trump's America or not? Are we living in Trump's America or not? Meaning that, I'm not saying that everybody, all white people is racist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're living in Trump's America and the racists are outside. They're outside. They outside on television. They're outside, period. Y'all know that? Look at what we've been dealing with for almost 2 years. They were on that island too. I don't give a fuck. You mean to tell me that you gonna try to make me believe that Trump's America wasn't on the island? The good old white boys that go to the island, that everybody got these boats and these big houses. Because, see, I don't know nothing about no island. What's up, Nikki Boo? And Warren was telling, listen, check Warren out. Warren did his big one. Because he was saying, y'all don't understand. He said a lot. Y'all don't understand because, I mean, this is my life. This is what we do. So y'all with y'all black asses don't understand the privilege that we have being rich people and having access to this fucking island. We do this all the time. We put all our beer and our liquor and all our stuff in our bathing suit. Everybody young and healthy and lean. We going over there drinking it. Nolan could have had more downstairs than what they had, too. Everybody did not love Nolan. Sick of this shit. Sick of it. Everybody didn't love Nolan. And I think Nolan was a little, everybody said Nolan was sweet and kind and everything. I believe that, but I think Nolan knew he was the shit. Don't you? You remember when you were young and fine and lean? You're on a boat, the sun's shining, you got an 8-pack, and you brown. Me too, and it keeps happening. Yep. We ain't studying that shit Warren talking about. Think about him. He can talk to his mouth fall off. We don't care. We don't care what, what's his name? Officer Tatum said either. We don't care nothing about that. The professions of the YouTube young men's parents tells you everything you need to know. Those boys would have gotten away with that unaliving and the parents would erase it like it's never happened. Exactly damn right. I'm still that girl Cheryl at 55. Okay, what's up, Black Betty? Black Betty said I'm still that girl. I know that's right. But Black Betty, you remember though, you know, when we had the youth on outside. But listen, yes, Shiny World. And look, let me ask y'all something. Listen, tell the truth. Do Warren look like he worried? Does Warren look like he worried at all? Hell no. Is this the first time the young men have done this? Because we all remember that other island. Y'all remember the other island? And all the things that we heard that was going on over there? Y'all remember what we heard about the farms? Huh? And Epstein's farm, the one that's in, I believe it's in Texas. They turning that into a place for Christian children. Where they looking for bodies over there? It's always the Christian signaling, I'm telling you. Because if you put the Christian on, if you put the Christian on it, then people, the general public, they put their guard down. And these people are able to get in there and do all kinds of shit. It's just terrible. I'm sure the history on that island was just for that wild foolishness. I guarantee it. I ain't never heard nothing about it. But I remember that Nolan's mama said something that was really telling about Nolan. So she basically was saying that he was too trusting of people and that they were leery of that. They were trying to, how did she communicate it? That he was nice and, just probably dealt with everybody. And they were worried about that. They was worried about that. Like, it just seemed like maybe he was the type of person who wouldn't have known if he was in danger. You know what I'm saying? You know how you can be around a person and they saying all the right things, but they just got this thing in their eyes, or energy wise, their energy ain't right. He couldn't, basically what his mama was saying was they were worried about that thing. She probably knew, she probably knew in her heart somewhere in there that something like this could happen to her son. And that's why I don't believe that he drowned. I don't believe it. Nope, 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 nope. But you're not one of them. You better be gone by dark. Damn, Black Betty. For real. So on social media, y'all, it's like I be in the comment section on Nick at Night and Tisa Tales, and I watched a couple of other content creators, and I be in the comment section, and whenever a black person mentions the history of racism, the first thing they do is call you racist. It's the craziest thing. Thank you, Angel Eyes. What's up, girl? What's up, Dudley? Happy Saturday, boo. Happy Saturday. That's the first thing. I got some audio too I want y'all to listen to. See what y'all think about this. I'll let y'all see it too. Hold on. Angel Eyes, we had chicken.
Oh my goodness. So when it comes to Nolan Wells,
I love when
the
you say
tap
that.
dancing is off the charts.
Listen. Y'all listen to him.
Oh my goodness. So when it comes to Nolan Wells, I've already told you guys that I don't care. I haven't really been following the story ever since, the parents came out talking about, oh, we need to have, peace. Okay, please don't cause any harm. We have to have a celebration, for his funeral to celebrate his life, and yada, 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 yada. I don't deal with that, okay? Especially if we're suspecting foul play, which is clearly apparent, right? It doesn't take anyone with an IQ above room temperature to, at bare minimum, the narrative that has been given to everyone doesn't seem on the up and up. Doesn't seem accurate, right? We know that nobody leaves anywhere, goes anywhere without their phone, much less an 18-year-old kid. That's not what's going on. I don't care if there's a girl, a boy, a dog, an alien. You're not leaving without your phone. And then the time it took for them to give him the phone, and then alleged, messages or pictures that were erased, it's not adding up. But that's besides the point. Like I said, if y'all want peace, y'all get your peace. If y'all don't, want to leave it to the sheriff's department and all that, by all means, you in Mississippi. Okay, I've been to Mississippi, never go back. If anything were to happen to me or mine, I'm going to be the first one in front of a mic and tell y'all to raise hell. I'm not going to be speaking about any peace. I'm not going to speak about any unity. I'm not going to be speaking about any type of, love and law and order. I'm not going to do any of that. None of that. I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to be talking about a pound of flesh, because that's what's going to be needed. Damn. That being said, I want people to understand that the biggest threat when it comes to this country, it's not racism, it's not white supremacy, it's not any of that. The biggest threat are people who lead you to believe that those things don't exist.
Mm-hmm. Why does it have to be about race?
That's the biggest threat, okay? Because everyone would like to be moving in a progressive position, right? We would like to be moving forward. But as long as there are those people who are saying, hey, there's not a problem here. What are you talking about? The doctor can't help you. He can't prescribe medicine if you don't even go to the doctor to begin with, but when you go to the doctor, you say there's not a problem, even though you're bleeding out of your side, right? You got your whole intestines coming out. There's not a problem. I don't need surgery. Someone like that, you can't help them, bro. It just is where it is. And just to interrupt for a second, I want to let everyone know of blackvotewatch.org. It's a website which helps Black Americans keep our representatives accountable, especially those that got into office on the Black vote. There's a lot more coming up. But the goal is that instead of exiting politics, that we get actually involved in it. So I want everyone to check it out, please. blackvotewatch.org. That is what we are going to be using as a tool and a weapon, to protect ourselves and to shield ourselves from those who would like to exploit Black America. I say that to say this when it comes to people like Brandon Tantrum, okay? When you have low IQ Black people, they are just ripe for the picking when it comes to the lineage of evil. They look at them first because they know that, A, they're low IQ, so they're easy to manipulate, right? In addition to that, they don't have many options because they're low IQ, right? So it makes it easy to throw money at them and to give them their marching orders.
And I can attest to that as a Christian that went to Israel. I spent 2 weeks there with the church, and we had an incredible time. We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors, and immediately after, there was an adult that came by and said, that's not a representation of who we are. We love you guys. You guys are always welcome here. And I have to say, no adults gave us any grief. We had no issues whatsoever and our experience there, it was actually an amazing experience.
I miss you like a hog miss fly, like a baby. Miss Mammy Titty.
When it comes to Nolan Wells, I have not seen anyone do this type of tap dancing for a while now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was a lost art, all right? The art of tap dancing. And this boy, because this is a boy's mentality, which is what Tatum has. This boy comes out of nowhere, does a whole report on the Nolan Wells story, but he's doing a report, trying his best, doing his hardest to run obstacle on behalf of the white boy. And I'm not making it racial, I'm just making an observation. That's what makes these Sambo soldiers so lethal, so dangerous. Because who's a person who's trying to defend Nolan Wells? Who's a person that has the same resources, has the same availability, has the same set up the network to do justice on behalf of Nolan Wells? Who is that person? You tell me who. No one. No one. I haven't seen anyone. He's going out to the beach, inviting his, quote, best friend, sitting down with this kid. Well, tell us what happened. I know they're trying to make it racial. What do you think? You think there's any racial component? Yeah, no. I don't know why people are making this racial. Yeah.
We see Benjamin Crump coming to town. Made it about race.
Right.
What's your feeling about that? Do you think that any of this has anything to do with race? Or, because, obviously something happened to Nolan. It appears that you guys may not have been involved at all. When I say may not, it's no evidence that you were involved at all. You guys had left.
What?
But do you think that there's a racial component to any of this?
Of course not. I think if Nolan ever felt the most little bit uncomfortable around us, which we never gave him a reason to, but if he did, he wouldn't hang out around us.
In my opinion, if we don't get justice for Nolan Wells, if we come to find out mum's a word, we already know the sheriff is, thumb up his butt, especially Mississippi. We come to find out, no, person drowned, it is what it is, mum's a word that's in the story. I would put the death of this kid, the lack of justice for whatever happened, all right? The fact that we can't come to the truth. Forget whether or not he was unalive. Forget whether or not he drowned, whatever it is. The fact that we can't come to the truth, I would put that on Brandon Tantrum. That's what I would do. Damn. No one finds it peculiar that his best friend, throughout this entire interview, doesn't shed a tear, shows no emotion whatsoever. I looked. No emotion. He's talking about it like he's talking about the game or something.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's just a matter of life. Yeah, they didn't have potato chips at the store. That's how he's talking about his kid who allegedly drowned, or who he doesn't even know what happened, but he's no longer here. This is his quote unquote best friend, and he's just talking, no emotion, just flaccid.
And people say that you guys just left Nolan behind. I've seen reports of people saying that you just left him. I see reports of people saying that you asked him to get on the boat. You told him to get on the boat. He didn't. What's the truth in that?
Well, Wyatt was having boat issues, and the bilge wouldn't pump. So the bilge is basically a pump that releases water from your boat when water comes in. So I opened the back hatch, and there's water up to the batteries. And that is obviously not good. There's water almost coming over the transom, which is where your motors sit, and which is by the stern, like in the back part of the boat.
What the hell did you just say?
So, obviously, we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat.
Oh, my God.
So, obviously, we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with. And the girl is a witness to that, too.
Yeah. I'm glad you cleared that up, because
What? That doesn't seem a bit odd. That doesn't seem a bit odd to you. So I really am at a loss of words, genuinely, at a loss of words, because this is what the lineage of evil does. They funnel money to these low IQ blacks who they just manipulate and use to attack who? Black people. You look at his channel. What is it all about? Black people. Black people wrong this. Black people that. Black people black. Think about this. That's why I'm saying when you speak to someone who's not black, when you speak to a white person or an Asian person who absolutely agrees with you, yeah, I think it's horrible what's going on. Or yeah, I agree when it comes to reparations. Or yeah, I agree when it comes to qualified immunity or police brutality. Or yeah, that is an outlier. That is it's honestly a conundrum, because this is what this country, since its inception, has always pushed forward. Meritorious manumission. They used to reward the slaves for snitching. That's what they did. Now, what are they doing? They're rewarding black people to attack black people. That's what they're doing. They're rewarding black people to try and appease the racist white audience. That's sickening. What's even more sickening is that we have people who are willing to take that check. Damn. But there are people like Tatum who have nothing to lose, bro. They got nothing to lose. Going from law enforcement to what? Sitting on your butt, which clearly he seems to have gained a few pounds.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Right? Talking to white kids saying that there is no racism. There's nothing suspicious here. I just want to give this kid the benefit of the doubt. I want to give him a chance to tell his story. What about Nolan Wells' story? Huh? What about that? I haven't seen, like I said, this amount of tap dancing in a minute.
Yeah,
Anyways, guys,
terrible.
that's the video. There really is no either or here. Either you're a...
Terrible. I'm telling you, this was my impression of Officer Tatum. He said tantrum. When I saw him on YouTube months and months ago. So, because when I saw the first video, it shocked the shit out of me. And I was like, what is he? What is this? And so then, I just go from video to video to video to listen to him talk. And I was like, this man is either traumatized and needs to be healed because black people did awful things to him when he was young, or he's just a flat out troll. But he is saying that MAGA is paying him to hate black people. He's saying that he gets a lot of money, lots of followers, lots of subscribers, lots of support from black MAGA and white MAGA. That's what he's saying. And I believe it. He is married to a white woman, and just the way that he's defending them boys and doesn't give a shit about Nolan, it's bizarre. Like, what? And he angered me a lot, when I was watching him before, but in the last 2 days, I know that he's like that. And so I'm just sitting there watching the show that he did, with Warren, and I'm just like, this man is impossible. This is crazy. So I don't know. I don't think I could ever do that, not even for a paycheck. But anyway, kisses and hugs. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I might come back and go live again. It's only 8:00 p.m. here on the East Coast. But yeah, my granddaughter Raylan is coming. It is so quiet around here. What's up, Jay Arnold? What's up? Good night, Black Daddy. Good night. Oh, it's been a long day. Kisses and hugs, y'all. Ooh, I need to learn how to stretch. Bye, guys. I hate they break our lives up in two. Why do they do us like that? You're a fan? Thank you. Did you subscribe to the channel? Let's see. Did we pick up some subscribers? I know the live is moving slow. Oh, y'all, I got a viral, I have a viral post on Facebook. I'm talking about it's viral. Let's see. Let's go over there and see can we find it. And a lot of white people got really mad with me. But I don't know why. I'll show it to you. Hold on. A lot of white people got mad at me. Judge Mathis said, good night, Josie Boo. See you later. Judge Mathis said he's with the prosecutor. That's what he said. I got the video right here. He said that them boys did something too.